All right, man. So I've heard about this before, DEFCON, right? And so this video is every DEFCON level explained. What does DEFCON even stand for? I guess we'll find out. Let's see what this is.
DEFCON 5. This level, codenamed Fade Out, signifies normal peacetime readiness and is the default state of the U.S. military. Operations are routine, focused on scheduled training, long-term strategic planning, and regular maintenance of equipment. There are no known imminent threats of a large-scale military attack against the United States. This level represents a state of global stability where military forces can operate on predictable, pre-planned schedules. A real-life scenario for this is the standard operational status on almost any given day. A naval fleet might be conducting a 6-month deployment to the Pacific that has been on the calendar for over a year, or an Army brigade could be participating in a planned joint training exercise with NATO allies in Europe. Everything is proceeding as scheduled, without a sense of immediate crisis. DEFCON 4. This level, codenamed Double Take, represents an increase in intelligence gathering and security measures above normal baseline conditions. While still considered a state of peace, it is triggered by situations that increase global risk or require closer monitoring. This could mean redirecting satellites for more frequent surveillance over a specific region, increasing the analysis of signals intelligence, and strengthening security at sensitive military installations or embassies. It is a precautionary measure designed to improve situational awareness and get ahead of a potential crisis. A realistic scenario for this might be the regional declaration of DEFCON 4 during a period of intense political instability in a nuclear-armed country. If there were a military coup, U.S. forces in that region would be elevated to this level to closely monitor the security of that nation's arsenal and watch for any threatening movements. DEFCON 3. This level, codenamed Roundhouse, signifies a serious increase in force readiness, moving the military to a state of heightened alert. At this stage, various military units are expected to be ready to mobilize much faster than usual. For example, the U.S. Air Force might be required to be able to launch strategic bomber wings within 15 minutes. This level is a significant step and acts as a powerful political signal to a potential adversary that the United States is prepared for a major conflict. The most famous historical example was during the 1973 Yom Kippur War. The Soviet Union was threatening to intervene on behalf of Egypt and Syria against Israel, a U.S. ally. In response, President Nixon ordered all U.S. forces worldwide to DEFCON 3. This was a direct, unmistakable warning to the Soviets that if they sent troops, they could find themselves in a direct conflict with a fully prepared United States military. DEFCON 2. This level, codenamed Fast Pace, represents the brink of war. It is a clear declaration that a major military conflict, potentially involving nuclear weapons, is considered a distinct possibility. At this stage, the entire U.S. military is ready to deploy and fight in under 6 hours. The nation's nuclear forces are on a hair-trigger alert. Strategic bombers are launched and fly to airborne holding patterns near their targets. Intercontinental ballistic missile crews have turned their launch keys in their silos, and the president is likely evacuated to a secure command post. This has only been reached once in confirmed history, during the Cuban Missile Crisis. When the U.S. discovered Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba and initiated a naval blockade, U.S. Strategic Air Command was ordered to DEFCON 2. For days, the world stood at the edge of nuclear annihilation, with American forces fully prepared to launch a massive attack. DEFCON 1. This level, codenamed Cocked Pistol,
DEFCON 1 proceeds to show DEFCON 2. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
is the maximum state of military readiness. It is not a warning, it is the confirmation that a major strategic attack against the United States or its allies is imminent or has already begun. DEFCON 1 means nuclear war is a reality. At this point, all command and control protocols are geared towards executing pre-planned nuclear war strategies. The use of nuclear weapons is authorized, and command is decentralized to ensure a devastating response even if Washington, D.C. is destroyed. This level has never happened in history. A hypothetical scenario would be if the early warning satellite network detected a mass launch of hundreds of intercontinental ballistic missiles from an adversary nation. Upon confirmation of the launch, DEFCON 1 would be declared. It is the final step, moving from the threat of war to the active execution of it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, then be sure to...
Very interesting. DEFCON levels there. I had no idea. Let's look at the comments here real quick. Silo keys are not turned at DEFCON 2. However, missiles are fueled and primary targeting data is loaded. Because of the fact that there's no introduction, no disclaimers, and no music, it makes it so pleasing. DEFCON 1 equals over. Oh, fuck now. Nuclear weapons is authorized is the scariest sentence you'll ever hear. I don't think we've been at 5 since 9/11. Well, basically always at 4 now. Guy might not be wrong. Very interesting, to say the least. Let me know in the comments what you think about this DEFCON. I had no idea. I saw this in passing. I'm like, I might as well react to it, right? What are the DEFCON levels and what do they mean? Very interesting video here. That's all I have for now. You guys know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, follow, repost, all of that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next one, man. Peace.